Good morning everybody, welcome to runout.tv, and today I'm going to teach you how to play the Ghost. And you'll notice that I'm on the quick play match settings screen, so I'm just going to do that. And there's a few settings that you need to use. Play another human, and you've got player 1 and player 2, and I've actually created a player called the Ghost, and I put a little picture there which is quite funny. So that's who you want to play against. You can just, use any human player you want. It doesn't have to be called the Ghost. And it actually makes no difference. I'm just demonstrating it for that. Pick your game. If you go to Advanced, you don't need to put any handicap or winner breaks or anything like that. Or spot money ball. That's entirely up to you. I'm going to spot the money ball just for the hell of it. Pick your table, your match goal. Now your match goal needs to be what you're racing the Ghost to. You don't have to do anything funky like total goal games or anything like that. And then you begin to play. So remember, you've got 2 human players and you pick your team to play another human. That's all you got to do. Right. Now there is a way that you can play the Ghost where you can keep track of the correct score, and this is what I'm going to show you in this video. So the first thing is you break. It doesn't matter which player breaks, you just break, and that's a pretty awful break. Let's undo that one. Just let me undo. I just want to get a better split. No. Right, so the first thing, now, it might be worthwhile me at this point telling you how to play the Ghost. The Ghost is, basically you break off, you then take ball in hand, and you try and clear the table. If you clear the table, you win. If you miss, the Ghost wins. It's just as simple as that. Combos are allowed on 9 ball, but basically but how do you do that so that the scores are right? So with that in mind, that's pretty much what the Ghost is, and if you can beat the Ghost, you're a very, very good player. Now obviously the Ghost's at the table. What do we do? Well, quite simple. We need ball in hand to play, to challenge the Ghost. So we take ball in hand, we make a deliberate foul, and we take ball in hand, and we begin to play. Now this is a very, very tough rack here. We might actually have half a chance of getting a run out now. Let's just play through this game, see what happens. Remember, you can play this game with just about any game where you have to run out. 10 ball works very well with it. Any sort of game you can do this. Not so much snooker, because snooker's about, breaks, but you can set up a line, I guess, and do that. Right, need that to bounce a bit. So there we go. We win we run the first rack, so that means that we have beat the Ghost in that rack, and we get to break off again. But what do we do if we make a mistake? So we would just break off there. What we do if we make a mistake? We get the Ghost to break. Now we actually need to give him a break cue. So let's just quickly do that. Swap a cue, give him a nicer cue, give him a better shaft, and give him a solar system break and cue. So let's just say we accidentally broke with the wrong player here. Any balls you pot stay down, by the way. So let's say we thought like, oh, hang on, I'm the Ghost. You can either, you obviously have to give your ball in hand. That's the key thing. Just to any foul do, because you've got to get ball in hand. That goes to the Ghost. If you ever had a problem where you had to change turn, just Control T and the job is done. So what happens when you miss and you have to keep the correct score for the goal? So you have a shot and you think, oh, I've just accidentally made a mess of it. If you did that in a rack, you lose. The ghost wins. But hang on, what do? The ghost shooting. Well, this is what you do. And this allows you, doing this allows you to keep the correct score. You change turn, Control T. You resign the rack with Control R. The ghost breaks. Just break the walls. You foul. Mal gets ball in hand, and off you go. And again, if it's not your turn to play, you simply change turns. And you carry on like that. And if you get to your goal before Ghost gets to their goal, you win. And by the way, it's probably the hardest type of training you can do, but it gives, when you're playing on your own, it gives a meaningful type of game. And if you can beat the Ghost, like I say, you're a very, very good player. But you probably are a very good player because you watch these videos. And if you ever played on your own in the club, you just have to keep your own score. But playing this way and using the pass turn and what's the other word? The pass turn and resign rack game, and playing with two, just got to make sure that the players have good cues, because if you don't have good cues, you'll get some slug racks which skews it, to make sure that you can break the balls. Like I say, Ghost Pool is a brilliant way of playing. But you just always got to make sure that your player is the one clearing up, because if you clear up and it's the other guy, you end up losing. So just one final demonstration. We'll break off with deliberate foul. Always remember the deliberate foul. Oh, don't do that though. That's a criminal, hitting the balls. That's really bad. So be careful not to make silly mistakes like that. And then Mal's at the table here, so that's a correct player. And away we go again, potting balls and trying to clear the table. So if you are a good player, you should find yourself giving the Ghost a very, very good game. And if you can beat the Ghost, that means that players who aren't clearing up every time you're at the table, you have a large advantage over. I used to play this a lot online at the start of Virtual Pool 4 Online, and this is a really popular game. As you can see, I'm 3-1 up against the Ghost. So see how you get on. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoy having some great games against the Ghost, and I'll see you guys on the next Virtual Pool 4 training video, which is going to be on just a few how to play the game, especially if you're a new player. Take care, guys. Remember to subscribe, please. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.